The Philippines, and boy, this has been devastating. Brad, tell us what this storm. At one point, we were hearing one of the largest on record.
It was one of probably the second largest in recent records in the Pacific. So it was about 1,100 miles across. So it covered a lot of ground. Before it struck the Philippines, out in the open ocean, it was 195 mile an hour sustained winds, estimated. And as it struck the Philippines, 147. That would put it on par with Hurricane Ike that hit Haiti, Cuba, and the Texas coast in 2008. It was the third costliest Atlantic hurricane on record in the United States, but it put it on par with a strong Category 4 hurricane like Ike, the typhoon that went through the Philippines.
Any word on the water that came down with it? Was there a wall of water?
Yeah, there was I think a 19-foot storm surge.
Wow.
And so many of those communities are low-lying at the foot of the mountains.
Yeah.
Then they didn't have a chance to get out. And, of course, the structure's not nearly what you see in Galveston, the Texas coast, things like that. A lot of small wooden sheds, tin roofs, things like that. So
bad deal. Yeah, WILFINE DELA CRUZ lives here in Dallas-Fort Worth, has family and friends in the Philippines, and joins us right now with an update because they're trying to do some things to help. But first off, let's start with this, WILFINE. What have you heard from your friends and family over there? How are things currently?
Currently, right now, I talked to my brother recently, and he told me that 90% of the land in Tacloban City was devastated, and where the storm surge hit, they haven't even got into that location yet because of all the roads are blocked and the bridges going toward to the coastal area of Tacloban City.
Well, when you were talking to, you told me yesterday you talked to some friends who were able to reach their family in the part that was hit the hardest, and their homes were just devastated, right?
Yes, sir. Yes. All their houses are all devastated right now. The south side of Tacloban, the town called Bohol, they're all living in tents right now because even the tailwind got into their homes and lost everything they got.
It's one of those cases, too, where how prepared would the islands be for a storm? I know you moved here in your teen years to California, but how much would the island be prepared for something like this?
The thing is, the typhoon, Philippines always get typhoon every year, so they're probably not much preparation to do this, so they're like, stay at home, not really evacuated. They're going to evacuate after the storm or the typhoon hits.
Yeah, we had a story, Brad had a story about a guy who rode out the storm in his swimming pool.
Yeah.
I saw that video, yeah in a resort or something
I saw
like
that.
Have you ever been through one of these, WILFINE, have you ever been personally through one of these typhoons?
Yes, yes, when I was young, I was 16 years old, our city, Baguio, north side of north of Manila, it got hit by signal number 3. It's converted to probably 4 here as well. Wow. And our city was also under the water for a few months, no school for a few months until the water subsided.
WILFINE DELA CRUZ is with us. All right, so folks here in North Texas, by the way, there's a large Philippine population here in North Texas. I'm right about that, right, WILFINE?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, large Filipino population. What are you guys trying to do to help family and friends over there?
Right now, my friend and I talked about yesterday at church that, we're so far away and we want to help our countrymen. So what we're doing is we're collecting donations, clothing, any shelf-stable food. But if you want to donate cash or money, you can go to Red Cross Disaster Relief website and you can donate money. And if you want to donate clothes and shelf life, you can go to Philippine Typhoon Relief at yahoo.com, and I'll contact you then and collect all the donations.
Okay, so Philippine Typhoon Relief at yahoo.com is the email address. And folks can reach out to you, but the easiest way may be cash to the Red Cross, because you were telling me last night the Red Cross is doing terrific work over there already, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, good deal. WILFINE DELA CRUZ, thanks for the time.
There's another pretty big storm. It's not yet tropical or typhoon, but pretty big storm coming up toward Mindanao and the southern tip of the Philippines.
Wow. And so this one, though, the one that went through over the weekend, Haiyan, you said was headed to Vietnam.
Yeah, it's dissipated pretty much. It's down to a tropical depression now, and it's north of Hanoi by a few hundred miles, down 25-mile-an-hour winds. So it's pretty much dissipated over southeastern China.
It says 630,000 people have been reported displaced. Wow. And like WILFINE was saying, how these structures aren't like ours. You know, they're not meant to withstand a Category 4, as you said, hurricane.
I think they're kind of fatalistic about it. If it's going to happen, there are going to be typhoons come through.
It's just part of the process here in the Philippines.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Just looking at some of the photos.
Oh, yeah.
You know what is amazing about storms, amazing or unbelievable, maybe a better word, and you see with tornadoes, simple tornadoes here in North Texas, they'll go through and tear everything up, and one building is standing all around everything.
Yeah, it does seem like
with the roof on, the doors on, all windows intact.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I know. It is scary stuff.
That is just bizarre.
Yeah.
Here's a picture of an entire... This is a ship. This isn't a boat. These are 2 ships that are just up on dry land.
Yeah. Yeah, the destruction has been horrific. And as WILFINE was saying, it's going to take them a while to get to many of these places.
That's the sad thing. I mean, that 10,000 fatality estimate is probably pretty close to right.
Yeah, yeah.
They've ordered drowning. They got bodies up in trees.
Well, I'm sitting there thinking maybe it's low even.
It may be. Who knows?
Has that crossed your mind?
Yeah. I mean,
maybe low.
It's hard to say.
Yeah. Who knows? So anyway, if you want to help, the Red Cross is always the easiest way. If you want to donate clothing, or as he said, I think he called it shelf stable. Is that right? Items. Philippine Typhoon Relief at yahoo.com. There you go.
Very good. 7:50. Coming up on 7:54 in the 8 o'clock hour, we are going to give away some tickets. I will tell you right now, we're going to give away some tickets to a Dallas Maverick game. It's the Mavs and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the week, one person is going to score big.
How about that?
They're going to score some 4 seats.
Uh-huh.
And then they're going to get parking. And they're going to get dinner for 2 at the old number 7.
Oh, yeah.
You ever had dinner for 2 at the old number 7?
Oh, number 7.
Really? Yeah. Have you been to the old number 7?
Yeah.
Really? Have you ever put the old number 7 on Becky?
Keep going. Keep going.
Huh?
Hey, it's 8:45 this morning. November 10th. I'm sure it was always a special day for you and your boys. It was a terrifically special day for me and Gaines because it was the first time that I could actually talk to him.
Okay.
About Ton Tavern. Like, I can imagine I can imagine the conversation that you've had over the years with Josh and Carter.
It's been great.
November 10th, a very special day.
I can't wait to hear it. 7:55. Carla Marion, the 8 o'clock news. It's ready. What's going on?
It is, Hal, another recall of one of those ready-to-eat salad kits. You're going to want to hear it before you pack your lunch today.